Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be giving you guys my predictions on SM Entertainment for 2021. Well, not SM Entertainment, but SM groups. I already did this for JYP and YG, and SM is the next one. Please remember that this is just for fun. Like, it's not meant to be taken seriously. I don't have like intuition. I'm not psychic knowledge. This is just for fun. Before we start, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to give me some validation. And without further ado, let's start. So I'm very sorry to all the Sehun's, but I predict that snsd won't have any group or subunit activities. I mean, the girls seem to be very focused on promoting their solo projects and their solo careers, so I don't really see them going back to snsd for the moment. I don't see a reunion. I don't see anything going on. From SNSD, I do predict that Taeyeon will continue to release music. I mean, she just released an album right now. Hyoyeon will probably continue releasing her singles and continue DJing. I truly believe Yoona and Yuri will continue acting, and Sunny is doing Sunny stuff. So honestly, I think that they will be focused on their solo activities. And if maybe on a positive note, they might release a anniversary single, but besides that, I don't really see a lot of activities for SNSD as a full group. For shinee, I think that a group comeback is possible. I predict that there might be a group single or a full NOT4 single, or a shinee single, or a shinee mini album or comeback before Taemin enlists. Depends on when Taemin enlists. So I predict that if Taemin decides to delay it, I think that there might be a group comeback in the works. The person that I see that I predict will have a comeback is actually Key. I think Key will have a comeback. I think Key will surprise with a solo mini album. I think Minho will act, and I don't really know for Onu. Onu is very much very mysterious for me. So for NCT as a whole, I predict that next year will be very unit driven. I feel like if this year they focused on the later half for NCT 2020, I don't see that happening next year. I don't see NCT again happening like the whole 23 members together. I think NCT will continue gaining more traction, as in getting more attention. I do think SM will try to debut a new unit, or NCTU will have a comeback, but as NCTU, not as NCT. I also predict that SM will continue managing the units as horribly and as messy as they've already done. I don't really see SM learning from their mistakes. I only see them continually perpetrating the same things that they've been doing over and over again. So I'm going to do my predictions for each of the units. On the units that I think that will debut, I think that if the pandemic ends, they might debut a Japanese unit, but I am not completely sure. For NCT 127, I predict 2 comebacks plus a repack, and I think the comebacks will be 2 mini albums. For nctdream, I'm very sorry to all the Dreamies, but I predict another mini album. I know that Dreamies have been wanting a full album, but I don't really see it coming. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe SM will finally listen. From a C-pop fan perspective, as somebody who does listen to C-pop, I'd have no idea what SM is doing with Wavy, having Wavy away from China. So I think that this was going to be the year where SM has to finally decide what they're going to do with WayV. If WayV is going to promote as a C-pop group, they have to be in China. This could be a video, I don't want to really go into it, but I don't think SM knows what they're doing with WayV. So I don't know what they're doing. So maybe they'll finally send them to China, or they're going to promote them internationally. I have no idea. WayV and SM is a mess. I just predict that NCTs are still not going to be completely 100% satisfied with the managing of all the units, because SM does not know how to manage them in a way that will keep everyone satisfied. I love superm, and I know I'm in the minority. And I think unless the virus ends, I think SM will focus less on superm. I think that because of contract and because superm is kind of like a collab between SM and Capital, they have to continue promoting superm, but I don't really see them really trying to focus a lot on them. I feel like SM is kind of like, yeah, superm, and it's Capital mostly pushing them, but I don't know. I feel like there's either one or two options. They're going to focus less on superm because of this, or they're going to focus even more on them, which will cause more backlash. I predict that SM hopefully learned their lesson, and superm's next release will not be extended by pre-singles. I feel like that's what kind of killed the hype for one. I feel like they should have just released one pre-single, which should not have been 100. I feel like 100 was the worst pre-single they should have chosen. I feel like a lot of people just heard 100 and did not give superm a chance when they had when Tiger Inside won. Monster Infinity was very good and the album was good, but lots of people, especially casual listeners, didn't give them a chance because they just heard 100 and completely discarded the whole project. I predict that their comeback that they do have is going to be a mini, and I predict that superm will continue doing as well as they have so far. I don't really see them gaining a lot of traction, but I don't see them losing. But contrary to what most people seem to think, I don't think SM is going to disband Red Velvet. I feel like there's a lot of misinformation. I feel like a huge part of the misinformation that comes with the Red Velvet FX situation comes from a lot of the people saying these are people who came into K-pop in 2017 or 2018, not knowing the full. Red Velvet's debut had almost nothing to do with FX. I do think that they're going to promote less, but not due to aespa. I think it's more due to the scandal. I feel like lots of people don't understand. However you want to talk it, I'm not going to say my thoughts on the scandal because it's already done. But Korea still has issues with the scandal. Whether we like it or not, it's Korea where they promote. So depending on how Koreans react to Irene's return, they will react to Red Velvet. So that is going to affect them more than aespa is going to. I predict SM will test the waters first. They'll do something like a kind of an idea of OT5 promotions, and depending on that, they will continue and push through. I believe SM will debut another Red Velvet subunit in the meantime. I feel like they will debut a subunit with Joy, Wendy, and Yeri. I feel like they will debut another subunit, or one of the members will have solo activities. They will continue with more solo activities. Joy might get another drama, seulgi and Wendy might have opportunities to collab with other artists or probably a solo debut. However, I don't see them disappearing. I do, however, think that they will no longer be releasing the 3 comebacks that Revelops were used to. I predict that there might not be an EXO comeback, because again, a lot of the members are in the military, and most of the members are focusing on their solo work. I think Dio will be acting right after Discharge. I feel like right after Dio comes out, he's going to appear acting already. I predict that Baekhyun will release another album because his recent one did amazing, and honestly we're talking about SM is probably gagging at how much money Baekhyun is making them, so of course they're going to say yes and to give them another comeback. So he'll probably release another comeback that will do really well. I think that Kai will continue working. I feel like Kai is doing very well. However, I think that SM needs to get over. I also think that SM is going to continue treating EXO and EXO in general badly, because SM is incapable of treating their artists well. I mean, they're going to continue to understock their albums, they're going to give them less promotions, they're going to continue to do all of this because SM simply does not know how to manage their artists correctly. I do think SM might debut another subunit for EXO, and that again, since it's EXO, it's going to do extremely well. Like I said, I don't have much. I think it's fun to predict for them because EXO as individuals are all very talented and all have a lot of possibilities for solo work, but it's always like muddled with the fact that SM is such bad at managing. So specifically with EXO, it's like there's something like, I don't like saying like, oh, this company has it against this idol, but I don't know what it is, but SM always shows their worst management with EXO, and it's weird because EXO makes a lot of money for SM. So I've been seeing a lot of people say that aespa's flopped, and I'm like,
again, a fucking again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old fucking shit.
Y'all always say this whenever SM debuts a group, and I'm just tired. Like, y'all said this every single time an SM group debuts. Y'all only know how to say that they flop, and they never flop, and that's the worst thing. They never flop. It's like, y'all say they flop, y'all want them to flop, but by saying that they flop, they don't flop. Like, y'all said this for EXO, y'all said this for Red Velvet, y'all said this for NCT. Aren't y'all tired? Like, y'all always say this and they never flop. This always happens. SM debuts a controversial or a new group. That group gets hate. That group releases a mega hit that everyone decides to love. You token stand them until you finally truly stand them. And then they become legends of K-pop, best discography, legends that can't be touched. You'll always do this and it's boring. So my prediction is that aespa will have a comeback sooner than later. And by sooner, I mean that they're going to come back at the beginning of 2021. I also predict that they will come with a mini album in contrast to their single release. I think SM will be focusing a lot on promoting them. I see aespa getting a lot more TV work, and them in their next comeback actually focusing a lot more on promotions, probably going to Weekly Idol, Idol League, all those shows. And I see them having probably their own reality show through SM. I don't know, maybe aespa-topia, aespa world. I don't know what type of word they're going to use. However, I think with aespa, this is going to happen with aespa. I feel like aespa is going to have a similar route in the vein that they will continue releasing their type of music, or they will release a type of song that will easily resonate. This always happens with SM groups. They will release the music that they were like. People are going to complain that they hate how SM music sounds, so that it's too experimental, that doesn't make sense, that it's too jarring, and then aespa is going to release that song, and everybody's going to stand them because of that song. It always happens with every SM group. So those were all my predictions for SM. So tell me, what are your SM predictions? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Comment them all in the comment section down below. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for crystal clear skin and to give me validation. Please remember to stay safe, happy holidays, stream your faves, and I'll see you next time. Bye!